Saint Leo the Great, Pope and Doctor of the Church, early life and call to the Church. Saint Leo the Great, also known as Leo I, was born around 400 AD in Tuscany, Italy. Though precise details of his family background are scarce, it is believed that he came from a noble and devout Christian family which nurtured his early faith and love for the Church. From a young age, Leo was noted for his intelligence, piety, and eloquence. His deep devotion to God and interest in Scripture and church tradition marked him as someone destined for leadership within the Church. Leo was ordained a priest in Rome, where he served the Christian community with humility and dedication. His exceptional ability to guide the faithful, his wisdom in resolving disputes, and his firm yet compassionate character soon made him a respected figure among the clergy and laity alike. Rise to the papacy in 440 AD. After the death of Pope Sixtus III, Leo was elected Bishop of Rome, becoming Pope Leo I. His election came at a time of great turmoil for the Church and the Roman Empire. The empire faced invasions from barbarian groups such as the Huns and Vandals, and the Church struggled to maintain unity in doctrine and practice amidst growing heresies and political instability. As Pope, Leo demonstrated remarkable leadership, combining spiritual authority with practical diplomacy. He became one of the most influential popes of the early Church, earning the title the Great for his contributions to both theology and the Church's authority, accomplishments, and contributions. Saint Leo the Great is remembered for several major accomplishments. 1. Defense of the Church and doctrine. Leo was a staunch defender of Orthodox Christian faith. He wrote numerous theological letters and sermons clarifying key doctrines, especially the dual nature of Christ as both fully divine and fully human. His teaching on Christ's two natures was later affirmed at the Council of Chalcedon 51 AD, which recognized him as a central authority in defining Christian orthodoxy. 2. Negotiation with barbarian invaders. Leo's diplomatic skill was legendary. In 450 AD, he personally met Attila the Hun and persuaded him to turn away from sacking Rome. Similarly, he convinced the Vandals, led by King Genseric, to limit the destruction of the city. In 455 AD, these acts saved countless lives and preserved the Church's presence in Rome. 3. Strengthening the papacy. Leo asserted the primacy of the Bishop of Rome over the universal Church, emphasizing the Pope's spiritual authority. He organized the church administration, improved discipline among the clergy, and promoted the care of the poor and the sick. 4. Writings and encyclicals. While the term encyclical was not in use at the time, Leo's letters and doctrinal writings functioned similarly, addressing bishops and communities throughout the Church. Among his most famous works are his Tome of Leo, a letter to the Council of Chalcedon explaining Christology, and numerous sermons on moral guidance, liturgy, and the sacraments. Doctor of the Church. In recognition of his profound theological insight, Saint Leo the Great was later declared a Doctor of the Church. His writings and teachings continue to influence Catholic theology, particularly in Christology and the understanding of papal authority. He combined deep spiritual wisdom with practical guidance for the Church, demonstrating that true leadership integrates faith, intellect, and pastoral care. Death and legacy. Saint Leo the Great died on November 10 461 AD. His feast day is celebrated on November 10 in the Roman Catholic Church. He is remembered as a shepherd who guided the Church through a time of political upheaval and doctrinal controversy. He emphasized the importance of faith, charity, and moral courage, leaving a lasting legacy for both the papacy and the broader Church. Lessons from his pontificate. 1. Faith and courage in leadership. Leo teaches us that true leaders rely on God's guidance and act courageously even in difficult circumstances. 2. Defense of truth. He reminds us to uphold the truth of Christ in our words, actions, and teachings. 3. Service to others. Leo demonstrated that the Church's authority is expressed through care for the poor, the oppressed, and the vulnerable. 4. diplomacy, and wisdom. His example shows that faith can guide decisions in complex social and political situations. Question for reflection: how can we, in our own lives, imitate St. Leo the Great by combining faith, courage, and service, standing firm in truth while showing compassion to those in need?